Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. In this one, I'll be going over the absolute best class setup for the M4A1 carbine here in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone. So of course guys, welcome back to a brand new Modern Warfare and more specifically Warzone video here on the channel, and of course for this one, I'll be doing a best class setup for the M4A1. Now that's the thing, I was playing Warzone a little bit earlier today at the time of making this video. I got my first ever solo victory, which I know I'm a little bit late to the party, however I'm still very proud of the win, and that's of course the gameplay that you guys will be watching in today's video. So yeah, of course when I actually got the win, I was using this exact same class setup that I will be showing you guys in today's video. So before I actually get into the class setup, I do quickly want to mention, and that is the gameplay. Since of course I was going for my first ever win, I was playing pretty passively, and that's why you will see me in a truck quite a bit, except for the later parts of the gameplay, as well as I only started recording about halfway through the game. So that's how come you will see in the top right hand corner of the screen, I already have 4 kills, and ending off the game I do end up having 11 kills. So yeah, overall a pretty awesome game in my opinion. And with that said, if you go on to enjoy the gameplay as well as the video overall, make sure you leave a like on it down below, as well as subscribe for more Modern Warfare and Warzone content. So yeah, now that I got the intro out of the way, let's dive right into the commentary. And alright guys, so of course to kick off today's video, and we're going to be showcasing the class setup, which will be on your screen right now. Now doing a brief rundown, of course for my primary weapon, I will be using the XRK variant of the M4A1. Now I do quickly want to say, and that's if you don't have this particular variant of the M4, it's really not too big of a deal, just use the standard variant, put these attachments on it, and you'll be good to go. With that said, for my secondary, I will be overkilling the AX50 sniper rifle, which if you guys ever played Warzone, you will know that a really good strategy is have an assault rifle or some machine gun or even light machine gun as your primary weapon, and then overkill a sniper rifle or a marksman rifle, and that's exactly what we are going to be doing with this class setup. Now talking a little bit about the perks, for my first one, I will be using EOD just because in Warzone explosives are extremely powerful, especially ones like the RPG, and if you do end up surviving to the later stages of the match, chances are you are going to be encountering quite a few RPGs and explosives, so that's how come it's overall a really good idea to run EOD. For our second perk, of course we are going to be using Overkill, then our final one is going to be Battle Hardened. Our lethal is going to be C4, which in my opinion, C4 is easily the best piece of equipment. We are going to be playing Warzone, however if you want to swap out C4 for a Semtex or a grenade, then feel free to swap it out. Now moving over to our tactical, we will be using the heartbeat sensor. Now let me just say, if you really want to excel when playing Warzone, make sure you use the heartbeat sensor, and that's just because the heartbeat sensor is essentially a mini UAV that doesn't go away and you can use all the time. So you guys will be seeing this throughout the gameplay, especially towards the end of it where I pull out a heartbeat sensor and I start scanning for the final player. So yeah, overall the heartbeat sensor is an extremely useful piece of equipment, and if you want to excel when playing Warzone, make sure you use it. So yeah guys, now that I did a little bit of a brief rundown of the class setup, and we're going to be moving over and talking about the attachments I will be using. Starting off with the M4A1, for my first one I will be using the Corvus Custom Marksman Barrel, which will be increasing the damage range, bullet velocity, as well as recoil control, and will overall make this weapon a lot more effective at those medium to longer ranges. Our second one is going to be the M16 stock, which will be increasing the aiming stability, and then moving over to our third one, we will be using the Stipple Grip Tape, which will be increasing the aim down sight speed as well as the sprint to fire speed, and will allow us to get our iron sights up as quickly as we possibly can. Our fourth one is going to be the 60 round magazine, which is extremely useful in multiplayer as well as especially Warzone, because it means that you can take out multiple opponents at full health without having to reload, which is extremely useful. And since you have 60 rounds per magazine, it means that you won't be constantly reloading, which is a pretty big issue in Warzone that you will especially notice if you're using weapons like the Scar H. So yeah, now we are going to be moving over to the final attachment, and that's going to be the Merc Foregrip, which will be increasing the recoil control as well as hip fire accuracy, and this particular attachment is going to overall improve the accuracy of the M4. So yeah guys, those are the attachments I will be running on my primary. Now moving over to the attachments I will be running on my AX50, and here they are. So for the first one, we will be using the 32-inch factory barrel, which will be increasing the damage range, bullet velocity, as well as recoil control, and this particular barrel is just going to overall increase the accuracy of this particular weapon. For our second one, we will be using the variable zoom scope, which I personally like, and this attachment is just going to make it a little bit easier to spot opponents at longer ranges. However, alternatively, if you guys want to swap this out for a thermal scope, feel free to go ahead and do so. However, at least for myself, I'm not a huge fan of the thermal scopes, but if you guys like using thermal, then feel free to swap it out. For our third one, we are going to be using the Syndicard Arms Assassin stock, which is going to be increasing the aim down sight speed. Our fourth one is going to be the Stipple Grip Tape, which will be increasing the aim down sight speed as well as sprint to fire speed. And then for our final one, we will be using the 9-round magazine, which is extremely useful because with 9 rounds, you don't really have to worry about running out of ammunition when you're sniping, because I'm pretty sure this has happened to all of us where you're scoped in, you see an opponent with your sniper, and you start firing off some shots. However, you run out of ammunition, you have to unscope, you reload, and you completely lose the target. And by that point, the person ran away. So that's how come we will be using the 9-round magazine. So you really don't have to worry about running out of ammunition and having what I just said happen to you. So yeah, guys, with that said, that's gonna effectively wrap up today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it down below, as well as make sure to subscribe for more Modern Warfare as well as Warzone content. So yeah, that's of course gonna be it for this video. I hope to see you in the next one.
Inbound, marking new safe zone. Last chance, soldier. Kill or be killed.
Target mark, send it!
This is loader 2-0. Copy. Buster strike away.